Welcome to the daily roundup of Libyan news headlines from the Libya Observer.
The spokesman of the UN proposed government's defense ministry, Mohammed al-Ghasri, disclosed that US warplanes air-attacked IS positions in Al-Gharza checkpoint, 50 kilometers to the south of Asdada bridge on Monday. He added that the defense ministry's forces tracked the movements of IS radicals who fled Sirte and others that pulled out of Benghazi recently, around the Gharza checkpoint and Bai Valley days ago. Reliable sources stated that a tripartite meeting for Khalifa Haftar, Faiz al-Sarraj and Aguila Saleh is expected to take place this week in Cairo, Egypt. This comes as part of the Tunisian-Algerian-Egyptian initiative aimed at resolving Libya's crisis. The meeting is to discuss decreasing the number of the Presidential Council's members, adding the position of the President to the agreement, and announcing Haftar as the head of a new military council for the whole country. The Ministry of Finance of the UN proposed government said it had received the budget allocated for the first quarter of 2017 from the Central Bank of Libya. The budget is worth 4.8 billion dinars. The ministry added that it told the relevant authorities to issue the needed authorizations for all the government sectors in no more than a week. Libya's Archaeology Authority has met with delegates from Durham University in Tunisia's capital. They agreed to work on developing the researcher teams in archaeological fields, documentation and field surveys, and they also agreed on creating training programs, both local and international, as well as documenting the Libyan archaeological sites using state-of-the-art equipment. Tripoli's central bank has resumed work and opened its doors for the donors after the needed materials for blood analysis were provided and the laboratory reopened. The bank suspended work last Thursday and extended a call to action to the Ministry of Health and the medical supplies apparatus. Benghazi Shura Council fighters and Haftar's Dignity Operation forces renewed clashes using medium and heavy arms this morning, as the latter attempted to storm the besieged Ganfouda district. Haftar's forces are trying to storm the district from different front lines with random shelling. The administration of Abu al-Tuffle Oil Field in southern Jalu city said it had started servicing the oil field's runway after 3 years of closure. They stated that the maintenance will take up to 5 months, after which the field's airport will be able to provide flight services to many cities and other oil fields for the employees and neighboring residents. The National Commission for Human Rights in Libya called for reconsidering the policies and actions of the Awqaf and Islamic Affairs Authority in eastern Libya, commenting on the confiscating of books in Al-Marj on Sunday. They stated that they refuse to accept this terrifying style of censorship used against writers, thinkers, and journalists amid the collapse of civil democratic state institutions. This will of course lead to silencing the freedom of thought. The mayor of Central Tripoli municipality, Abdrouf Beit el-Mal, considered the contamination of the capital's beaches a national security issue and urged for swift solutions. The General Electricity Company said on Monday that the generation of the general power network reached 5,100 megawatts on Sunday, pointing out that the deficit had dropped considerably and thus the hours of power load shedding will decrease remarkably across the country. The Algerian Minister of Maghreb, Arab League and African Union Affairs, Abdelkader Messahel, received a delegation from Misrata city, including the city's mayor, Mohammed Ishtawi, on Monday. Representatives of the city's military and municipal councils and city-elected members of the Tobruk-based House of Representatives also attended.
Thank you for joining us at the Libya Observer for when you need to know.